Okay, hello everyone, and I'm sorry, Mr. Greg, I late on my assignment, and this is a very busy, but it's okay. I hope you hear my voice, and I will be presenting on the development of education in three great ancient civilizations like Egypt, Mesopotamia, and North China. This civilization emerged around 3000 before Common Era. Despite being geographical far apart, they share one major realization: to maintain the progress of their civilization. System of writing and formal education were absolutely indispensable. Okay, first, let's look at ancient Egypt. Here, education and culture were strictly controlled by priests. They were the intellectual elite and political pillar who ensured the tradition remained unchanged. Curriculum beside religion studies, they taught science, mathematics, medicine, and geometry. Meanwhile, practical skills like architecture and sculpture were usually taught outside of formal schooling. And system school, Egypt developed two types of formal school, one for scribe and the other for prince trainees. So learning process, pupils entered writing school at the age of 5 and study until 16. For those training for the priesthood, they entered temple college at the age of 17. And method, the system was highly disciplined and rigid. They used memorization drills and a rock study method, especially for those training to be scribes. And second, Mesopotamia. Their system was quite similar to Egypt's, but it was heavily centered around the library, which was usually located within a temple under the supervision of priests. The main school education aimed to train scribes and priests is in fields such as law, medicine, and astrology. Higher education schools here were numerous, said to be as many as the temple themselves. This showed their high regard for intellectual pursuit. So, method learning involved memorizing, oral repetition, and copying scripts. In fact, the act copying of ancient scripts was considered the most difficult text and served as the ultimate test of excellence. So, the last this is my favorite country, China, but North China. Okay, move to North China. During the Shang and Zhou dynasties, while Egypt and Mesopotamia were deeply religious, ancient China was distinguished by secular and moral character. The main goals to develop a sense of moral sensitive and duty towards people in the state. Their curriculum includes human relations, ritual, and music. School structure. They had well-organized institutions ranging from village and district school to former colleagues in the temple capitals. Learning physiology, interesting. Ancient China tended to reject rigid word learning. They viewed education as a process of individual development from within. Okay, I hope you understand my discussion. But in conclusion, gesture focalization, civilization, laid the foundation for modern education. Egypt, with its discipline, and Mesopotamia, with its system library, and China, with emphasis on moral character. Egypt, discipline, and Mesopotamia, library system, and China, moral character. All of them democrat. The education is the key to a nation sustainability. So that concluded my presentation on the history of education in action for civilization. I'm sorry, it's very difficult for me, like civilization. Okay, of this explain provides a clear overview how the word education functional were format. Okay, thank you for the attention. Bye bye.